Okay, the first blues guitarist we're going to focus on for looking at blues guitar soloing is the great T-Bone Walker. He was one of the first electric blues guitar players and was a huge influence on B.B. King and just about any other blues guitar player and rock guitar player. Guys like Johnny Winter and Jimi Hendrix were very influenced by T-Bone Walker. And T-Bone is most well known for having written Call It Stormy Monday, a slow blues in the key of G. He played a lot of songs in the key of G. And in this song, T-Bone plays some very complicated riffs, single note riffs, articulated with perfect alternate picking, and he just had tremendous technique. And in this song, many of the licks are based on the G Mixolydian mode, which is the mode that goes best with a dominant sound, a seventh chord, flat seventh, G7 type sound. So G Mixolydian in this key. So here's the scale. G Mixolydian. You have the root note G, second A, third B, fourth is C, fifth is D, sixth is E, flat seventh is F, and then the root note again. And then that repeats an octave higher. Now, T-Bone wouldn't use that scale in its entirety. He would do other things that have to do with just sort of the way notes fall on the guitar. So he would end up with these hybrid scales that were a combination of G Mixolydian with G minor pentatonic. Here's G minor pentatonic, made up of the root note, flat third, B flat, fourth, fifth, and flat seventh. So you see it has many of the same notes as G Mixolydian, but it introduces that minor third. So T-Bone would play licks that cross the lines between both those scales by doing things that fall comfortably on the guitar, like also incorporating that major third. T-Bone also liked to use string bending. All right, here's an example of playing a guitar solo in the style of T-Bone Walker. All right, let's go over all the licks in this solo. It starts with this cool. So I'm playing the notes of a G7 arpeggio. And then there's a quick hammer pull-off. So I'm hammering, pulling off, and then doing it again. Then I move that over to C. Back to G. Then I play. So this is based on G minor pentatonic. And then right here, I go into these 16th note triplets on each of the eighth notes in an eighth note triplet. So you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Those are eighth note triplets, but we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 notes played on each of those eighth notes. So we have one more time, that whole bar, that's bar number 5. Then I slide up. C. Same lick back in G when you get to the 1 chord. Hold that for 2 beats. And then back to 16th note triplets. So that whole lick is then some interesting bending here to move into the 5 chord. And then over the 4 chord. And this is where T-Bone superimposes a different kind of rhythm. Over the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, he's playing 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and he was great at superimposing different rhythms. One more time. And this is like a little diminished voicing. It's like A flat 9 to G9.